Hi, I'm your host, Jocks, and welcome to Layman's Guide to Cracking the Coding Interview. Today we're going to be solving one of the easy problem, and here's our problem. So given a string containing just the characters, those are the braces, curly braces, open, close, normal, open, close, and the square, open and close. So determine if the input is valid if open braces must be closed by the same type of braces, or another conditions, open braces must be closed in a correct order. So let's see the example and we will demonstrate some of the orders as well. So we have a normal braces, we have an open, and then we have a close. So if this is the input, we should return true. Another example, we have open braces for normal and the closing, and we have the square braces open, square braces close, and the curly braces open, curly braces close, and that returns true. And look at here, we have an opening for normal and the closing for the square. So this is absolutely not true, so we return the false. And another example, the open braces for the normal and the open braces for the square. But then we have something that's not exactly what you want to see. So in this case, we return false. And over here, this is again valid. You see the difference between those two? So I'm gonna show you some brief highlight how we can represent this thing, and we're gonna analyze the data structure. So let's say that we have a Coke and we have a closure. So once we have the Coke, we need to close that. If we can't close, then it becomes invalid. So we return false in that case. So we have a water, boiling water, the closure for the boiling water. So this is absolutely valid. And we have the water bottle and the closure. So this is perfectly fine. So another example again, we have a Coke, we have water boiling, and we have a closure. And we close this lid, we can put it into the stack, and we have a closure for the Coke. Do we have a Coke? Yes. So we close the Coke, then comes the water bottle, then the closure. So this is true. Now another example here, we have a Coke, we have a boiling water, and we have a water bottle. We close the water bottle first because it's next to it. So after we close it, we just put it away. So we have a boiling water here. So we have a lid here. We can close this. Then we have a lid for the Coke. So we close that. So we put it into the stack. Then we return true. So now this is another example. And here we have a Coke and we have a boiling water, and we have a water bottle, and we close this, but then we can close Coke lid with for the boiling water. So in this case, the property didn't valid, so we have to return false. And in this case, it's gonna be false because we can close the Coke with the boiling water lid. So let's see how we can use. So I think by now the data structures are clear. So let's see how we can do in the program. So let's say that first we have a given all kind of a braces in the random order. We're gonna come with this thing later. First we need the hash map because we need to think about the opening and we need to think about the closing. So for every opening we make it as a key, and for every closings we make it as a value, and then we return the hash map. The running time for this would be on, but it depends on if this is a given, so we don't consider that. So now we create a function called isValidBraces, and we pass the parameter this given braces. So we have to know that what are the openings. So since the normal opening is opening, normal square bracket is opening, and the normal curly is opening. So we create a variable called hashMap, then we call this function so that we'll have a hashMap, and we also define the stack. As we talked earlier, we need the stack. So we need to iterate through all the items in this string. So here we go. So we call it like a if the first index of the string in opening, then we put the that item into the stack. If the item is not in the opening, then we have to get the items from the stack. So we get the last item from the stack. So we make this as a checking character. So now we see if the given items is not equal to hash map of that character in that situation, it's gonna be false. So we'll come up with this in a moment. Else we're gonna pop the items from the stack. So that means like as we saw it in the earlier figure. So first we go into this item, we put it into the stack. We see this is the opening, we put it into the stack. This is opening, we put it into the stack. So then we come to here, then we're gonna see, is this in the hash map? Yeah, it will definitely be in the hash map. The value would definitely be in the hash map. Then we will say that is the value for this key is this. If it is, then it's gonna be closure, and we're gonna pop this item from that stack so that we can check for this later. So that's what I did right over here. Right over here, we are checking that given the item. So we're checking the index of that item. Then we are checking the value of that hash map. If they are not true, then we're gonna return the false. Else we're gonna just put it into the stack. Sorry, we're gonna remove from the stack. And that's it. It's quite simple, and it's pretty much easy problem. So let's try to run the program. So I have it here. So I have a given items, and then this is the hash map. We just did it. Then I create the function over here, the same program, and then I try to run this. And this is the inputs. We have a curly braces, closing, opening, opening, closing. But then see, this thing is going to be invalid because we don't have an opener for this thing. It's just a closing, and we do have this thing. But however, this is not going to be executed. We're going to reach here and going to return false. Let's run. Sorry, it should be running this one. Okay, so see, we have the false. So what if I remove one of the curly braces, closing curly normal braces? So in this case, it's going to be valid. For example, we have this two. For this, there's the closing for this, and these are the closing. See, this is how the stack gonna work. Now I'm gonna run that, so that's gonna be true. So let's check out the runtime analysis. So as we mentioned, the runtime analysis for the hash map is ON, but we need to note that this may be a given, so we don't really need to care about that, and maybe we don't even need to count that. So now we are iterating through every items in the string. So in this string, every characters, we are iterating through all the characters in the string. So that's going to be the number of characters. So that's the ON, and the total ON would be the ON plus ON, this and this, and that's going to be 2 ON. That is big ON. So that's it. This is going to be the runtime. And if you know anything, if you could make anything better than this, so let me know in the comment below. Thank you.